I think before anyone tries to do something kind of ambitious in a discipline, especially if they're quite new to it, foundations are really the key. Yin yang. So, big update, I got a new haircut today. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Just kidding. So today I want to talk about some timeless principles that a product designer will always need. I say timeless because when you've looked at the evolution of what it means to be a designer, there's like a human-centered designer, UX designer, product designer. Like there are so many titles, and the nature of the job will keep changing according to the tools that are available to designers. But some timeless aspects of this job will be the principles that are the foundation of this discipline. With product design, I feel like you really need a good grasp of the fundamentals of visual design. Today I'm going to go through 5 fundamental visual design principles that every designer needs to know and master. The first one is scale. Using relative size to indicate the importance or rank of something is a very, very important tool that you see in visual design. And when you're designing products, try not to use more than 3 sizes. For example, if you have an icon or a button, don't try to have more than 3 sizes, because if it goes beyond 3 sizes, things start to get cluttered and it's hard for the user to place, get a sense of which thing is more important than the other. Visual hierarchy is a principle that helps designers guide the user to read and scan what they want and get a sense of what is important as well. And similar to scale, it allows users to get a sense of what is important. This can not only be expressed through size, but through color as well. For example, if you're reading a newspaper, the visual hierarchy will definitely show an importance on the headline, and then the body text will be much smaller. So if you're designing a website, try not to use more than 2 typographic sizes. You can also use color as a way to emphasize the importance of something. And this gets really handy as you have pages filled with different components and elements. If you look at the Facebook page, visual hierarchy really helps the users in noticing where to look at. For example, if it's a name or a status update, etc., etc. So the third principle is balance. This is really important when you want to create a sense of weight. Humans are drawn to symmetry. So when there's balance, things feel a little more pretty. If you're looking at Instagram really emphasizes balance by constricting users to only upload photos that is a 4x4. So even though a lot of users requested images that could allow for different sizes of photos, they really wanted to stay disciplined and maintain that balance in terms of the interface of Instagram, because they didn't want Instagram to feel too cluttered and all over the place. The fourth principle is contrast. Contrast is super important because it is used to signify the difference between elements. Contrast refers to the juxtaposition of visually dissimilar elements, and it's used to convey that these elements are different. To explain the importance of contrast, imagine a website with only 3 types of gray color. Your eyes would be, kind of looking all over the place, and you wouldn't know where to look at or what to click. So contrast, especially with color, is a really powerful way to guide the users to do what they should be doing and to solve their problems and make it easier for them to figure out how to solve their own problems. Contrast is also just generally important in making something beautiful. If you take a look at this, for example, this painting wouldn't look that great if the paint was used with, a light white color. So contrast helps things pop out and really grabs our attention. And last but not least, the Gestalt principle. Honestly, to me, it sounds like a French cook. I don't know why. It means the tendency to group things as a whole. The Gestalt principle is the tendency to perceive things as a whole instead of as an individual. Even if you look at Airtable, I'll show you right now. This is my content calendar. So with Airtable, there are so many different kind of containers happening in this design. But when I look at it, I don't see it as an individual, like, hey, there's this one piece here, and these are all like the kind of different views that I can have. I just look at it as this is the Kanban, This is the sidebar where I can look at different views. And this area is where I can start customizing and reorganizing how I look at my cards. So the Gestalt principle is everywhere, and if you use it correctly, you'll be able to take a product or a website that feels very cluttered and organize things in a way for the user that is intuitive and simple to use. So thank you so much for watching this video. There are many other different visual design principles out there, and I'll definitely be posting more videos about them. But these are the 5 principles that I think are extremely important for any designer to really master before you try to go on and do something much more complicated. Thank you so much, guys. I'm kind of burning up here. I'm in Irvine visiting my girlfriend's grandmother here. They've been kind enough to host us in this house, and I'm really excited to go enjoy the sunshine and get a little sunburnt. Take care, guys. Have a good one.